Hey guys, welcome to this tutorial. We're going to be talking about operators in Python. Operators in Python are simply symbols that are used to perform specific operations on one or more values. And in Python, we have different types of operators. We have the assignment operators, the arithmetic operators, comparison operators, logical operators, membership operators, identity operators. Do not worry about this. We are going to go into them in details. Now let's look at the assignment operators. We've worked with the assignment operators in the previous tutorials because we've created variables, and the operator that is used to create variables is the assignment operators. So basically, as the name implies, they are operators that are used in assigning values to variables. So if I want to create a variable named a and I want to assign the value of 5, I'll use an assignment operator, which is the equal sign. In Python, the equal sign is an assignment operator. Unlike in mathematics that you have the equal sign, which denotes that two values are equal. In Python, the equal sign is an assignment operator. So take note of that. So this line is assigning this operator. The operation is performing is that it's assigning 5 to variable named a. If I also create another variable named b and I want to assign 6 to it, I'll use the equal sign. Now this is not the only assignment operator we have. There are also other ways that we can assign values to our variables. For example, if I want to create a variable named c to be the addition of two of my previously created variables, that is a and b, or I want to add the value of b to my a. Instead of having to write a is equal to a plus b, if I print this a, I would get 11. Now instead of writing this, I can use another assignment operator by writing something like this: plus equals. So a plus equals b is the same thing as saying a is equal to a plus b. So if I print this out, let me wipe this so you don't get confused. If I print this out, I will still get 11. You see, I have 11. So you can also do the same thing with the minus sign. This should give me minus 1. You can also do it with the multiplication sign. It would only mean a is equals a multiplied by b, or whatever sign you are adding to it. So you can practice more on that. So that is basically about the assignment operators. Now, arithmetic operators. We've seen arithmetic operators earlier as well. Arithmetic operators are simply operators that performs mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and so on, modulus, and so on. So basically, they are the operators that you are familiar with in mathematics. Just the plus sign. This is an addition operator. It adds the two values together. That's a plus b. The minus operator, the subtraction operator, it basically subtracts the b from a. So same thing with multiplication, division, and modulus. So that's all about arithmetic operators. Now in the comparison operators, it's a bit more technical. In comparison operators, what it does is it compares the two values that you put the comparison operator in between. It compares the two values. For example, if I'm comparing a and b, I would need a comparison operator in between. So if I want to compare if they are both equal, I can use the equals operator. So in Python, unlike in mathematics that we have the single equal sign as the equal operator, in Python we use the double equals as the equal operator, while the single equals is used as an assignment operator. So this is basically the equal sign operator. So I'm saying, is A equals to B here? So this is definitely going to return false because A is not equal to B. So if I print this now, I would get false. So this is false. So if I want to get a true, I would just say, okay, A is not equal to B. So in Python, the not equal is just this exclamation mark and the equal sign. So this means not equals. So if I print this, I will get true because A is 5 and B is 6 and they are not equal. So we can also use greater than, compare if two values are greater than. So this will say A greater than B. So is A greater than B? No. So this will definitely return false because A is 5 and it's less than 6. So if I use the less than sign now, it will return true because A is 5, which is less than 6, which is the value of B. So we can also use less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. So those are basically the comparison operators that we have. So we also have logical operators. Logical operators, there are two types. We have the and the or. Now to get this better, let's use an example. If I'm saying A and B equals 5. Now I'm saying A and B equals 5. So this will return, can you guess what this will return? We have our A equals 5, but B is not equals 5. So will this return true or false? Let's find out. This returned false because the AND operator, when you're using the AND operator, the two conditions must be met. It must be true before it will return true. That's one thing about the AND operator. Even though our A is equal to 5, our B is not equal to 5. So this is true and this is false. So the AND operator will return false. But when we use the OR operator, OR just simply means either of the two conditions. So this will return true because it says A or B equals 5. So since our A, one of them is equal to 5, it will return true. The same thing with when you are using your conditional statements. So we would see more about conditional statements later, much later. But for now, just know that when you are using the AND operator, both conditions must be met before it will return a true. While when you are using an OR operator, either of the conditions is needed to be met for it to return true. So that is basically all about the logical operators. Now for the membership operators, as the name implies, it's used to check if a value is present in another variable or something like that. So let's create a variable C that is called, let me use a string in this case so you get it better. So I created a text, a string variable. We've been dealing with numbers. We created a variable A, which is a number, and this is a text. And I told you earlier, if you've not watched my previous tutorials, I would highly recommend you to go and watch them so you understand this better. So when you are dealing with text variables, we call them strings in Python. So this is a string. Now if I want to check, when I want to use a membership operator here, I can say print string A in C. Remember our C is a variable that is this string. So I want to check the membership of this A. So I'm saying is A in C. So if I print this now, it will definitely return true because there is a string A in C. Now if I replace this A with, let's say, S, it will return false because there is no S in C. So you see, this is false. So if I say, okay, I can also use not in. So S not in C, that is actually true because there is no string, there is no S in this text. So if I say S not in C, it will return true because that is correct. So I hope you understand membership operators now. You can also practice more. Remember I said the more you practice, the better you get. So finally, let's look at identity operators. Identity operators basically is just to identify if something is what it is. For example, if I say print A is B, this will definitely return false because A is not B. A is not B. So if I say A is not B, this will return true because A is not B. Now, let me change the value of A to 6 and let's see what will be printed if I say print A is B. True. So this tells you that what Python is checking for when it says is are actually the values and not the variable name. So no matter what the variable name is, if the values are the same, they will be equal in Python. I hope you get that. So despite the fact that we have a variable named A, we also have a variable named B, which are different. There are two different variables with the same values. So when you use the is operator, it's returning true because they have the same values. So that is basically all about operators in Python. If you have any question, please drop them in the comment section and I would attend to it. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel to get updated when I upload new content. Thank you for watching.